Okay. Testing. Is my voice better?
Oh, yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, everything seems fine. Okay. Next week is school. Do we need to settle anything before school starts?
I did have a few science questions.
Please do. Please do.
Yeah, should I put it on the Jamboard?
Is it a new one?
I'll put in the old one because we have another question from last
Let
time.
me do that. The old one, right? Is it the first EOY or is it the other one?
Sorry?
Is the Jamboard title? What's the Jamboard title? Maybe the date of the Jamboard.
The 31st of May.
Okay, got it. Okay, I'm in. I am at page 11. All right. Okay. Okay, sure thing. What is your problem with this question?
Also, like from what I understood, combustion is like in presence of heat, right?
Technically, okay, yes, all right. And then you're saying?
And then oxidation is like not in presence of heat.
Oxidation can be in both. Can be no heat, can be with heat. Maybe that's a better way of saying it. But combustion definitely with a spark. Let's just say you have to have a trigger for it to happen. A heat trigger.
Okay.
Both involves oxygen, but I mean the question already have oxygen, right?
Then like what is combination?
Right. So combination. Oh oh, there is no such what? There's no such thing as combination. What? Okay, so let's say that we settle 1 is yes and 3 is yeses. Okay, yeah, 1 and 3 is yes. 4 is not. Now, why is not 4? Because thermal decomposition means usually one thing splitting to more than one thing in the presence of heat. So that's done now for 4. I have no idea what's a combination. That's not a chemistry term. I'm so sorry. Let me look up. I've never heard about it in O level and A level. Okay, so let me take a look, Daniel. Okay, that's the question. Good. Maybe I'll learn something new today. Okay, now the next one. What would be the question for next one?
I put it on the next page already.
Next page, not. Oh, next. Okay, sure. Got it. Okay. So the question is part 4, you say?
Yeah.
What is the, as in, what's your problem? Do you want me to do it for you or?
Yeah.
Okay, right, okay. Okay, if I tell you something which feels unfamiliar, you tell me, because I might be saying something from Sec 3. You understand? Yeah. Okay. I might, because I sometimes I'm not super familiar with the limitation of Sec 2 lah. What should I talk about and what I shouldn't, right? So you just tell me when you don't understand something. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Oh. That is extremely weird. What? Okay. All right. Okay. You can find out who is W, X, Y, Z, and V from the periodic table. Correct? You can. So, for example, who is W? This is a proton 4. Basically, that is proton 4 lah. So, who is proton 4?
Beryllium.
Beryllium, right? Beryllium in group 2, right? Okay, beryllium. Okay, group 2. So this is, since this is group 2, he, when forming an ionic compound, will first of all become Be2+. This, I'm not sure whether a Sec2 should know or not. Do you know this?
Yeah.
Okay, then beryllium 2+ is our first setup for W lah. Now, combining with another particle to form an ionic compound. I was a bit confused with the question, but now I understand. I think you must choose one which can do that. For example, beryllium cannot ionic compound with beryllium lah. Cannot one. That doesn't make sense at all. So W is gone. So I think the first thing to do is to choose who can. Now, V is proton 2. Proton 2 is who?
Helium.
Yeah, and helium, can he go ionic or not? If you don't know, you tell me.
Cannot.
Cannot. Very good, because he is the perfect guy. He's already at the end. Okay, good. So helium is not, W is not. X is proton number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is proton number 6, so group 4 lah, right? This guy should be, who is this?
Carbon.
Very good. Very good. Now, carbon is considered a non-metal, so maybe he can react with beryllium. Now, am I making any sense by saying that?
No.
All right. Then let's keep carbon. Let's not discount carbon first. Now, let's go to W. W is proton 6 also, isn't it? Oh, it's also proton 6. Correct. So this is another isotope of carbon, right? This is C12 and this must be C14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, it's C14, right? C14. That's the isotope. Now let's go to Z. Z is proton number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? Proton number 9. And this guy would be group 7, right? So who is this guy?
Fluorine.
Fluorine. Very good. Fluorine. Now, again, tell me if this makes some sense. Fluorine is a non-metal. Make sense or not? No. Yes. No.
No.
Okay. Then I'll say something else. Fluorine is unhappy. Fluorine wants to become fluorine minus. Making any sense?
No.
Then how come you know that beryllium wants to become beryllium 2+?
Isn't it because like to become an ion, it needs to like add or minus electrons?
Correct. And in this case, 2+ means he is adding or losing?
Losing 2 electrons.
Makes sense, because beryllium shell, the first shell is 2, right? The first shell is always 2. The second shell also 2. You lose the outer 2, you become a perfect guy inside lah. That's your beryllium 2+. Gone and gone. Right. Now F is the same thing lah, right? Group 7 or P9. P9 means the inside have 2, the outside have 7. There's your 7. 7 is not perfect. Add 1 more. There you go. That's the addition. And that will be your F minus. There you go. F minus. So beryllium 2+ is happy. F minus is happy. Make sense?
Mm.
We have our ingredient for the ionic compound. It will be BeF2, formed from Be2 plus and 2 of F minus.
Why
Am I
is it?
making-
Why is
yes.
it 2 of F minus?
Extremely simple. Very simple. Let me explain to you. Beryllium wants to get rid of 2 electrons. Now you must understand, he cannot just do that one. He cannot just say, go away electron. The electron will come back to him because beryllium center is a positive proton. The negative electron will come back to him if he just asks them to go. He cannot just become beryllium 2 plus without some sort of help. Okay?
Mm.
F wants to be F minus. He needs an electron to be given to him. An electron shall not just appear out of nowhere. It needs to be given. Okay? He, just to be clear, will not accept more than 1. He will accept exactly 1. Beryllium will also not lose just 1. He will not compromise. He don't say, yeah, better lose 1 than not lose anything. I would rather just lose 1. No, it's either lose 2 or just don't do anything. It's a take or leave it kind of deal. Okay?
Mm.
So doesn't it make sense? I need 1 beryllium and 2 fluorine to make everybody happy. Beryllium needs to give 2. Fluorine will take only 1. I will need 2 fluorine to take 2. Wait, am I making any sense?
No.
Is this new?
Yeah, I don't get it. Why is it like 2 fluorine?
One more time. Let me draw it very clearly. So this is new, yeah? And I don't know why they're asking you this. I really don't know. This is Sec 3 stuff.
Oh.
It's not complicated. It's just new lah. I mean, why are you supposed to know this? But if you want to, it's not terribly difficult. Now that's your beryllium, right? Let me draw your F one more time. So inside dot, I'll draw it in dot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? So keeping it very simple. Lose 1 guy, move here. Lo. Okay. Where does this guy go? To the same F? Does that make him happy?
No.
Yes. Yes. Must be clear, yeah. He won't accept. He won't want. He won't. He'll ruin the whole thing. It will ruin the whole thing. So a simple solution, just get another F. That's it.
Oh.
Make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
That's all what is happening. There is nothing complicated about what's happening.
Yeah.
Like that. BF. We are going to pretend that carbon cannot do anything. Why? Don't know. I mean, because if I do that, I have to keep explaining stuff, right? I mean, this is enough for now. Okay. Interesting question. So your school has a tendency to do this kind of thing.
Well, this isn't like my school, but I found it online.
Oh. Okay, sure. Sure. But nothing difficult. It's just that, not yet. Right? I don't mind. If you want, can ask more. If not, we go to Venn diagram.
For the X and Y, isn't it like proton is equal to neutron? But then over there, why is it like?
Sorry, proton is equal to, sorry, the X, the proton is N, the neutron is N, yes, the X lah. The Y, not like that lah, proton 6, neutron 8, right?
Yeah, but why is it like, how is it both of them have the same proton but then different number of neutrons?
Okay, the concept of isotope, as in reality, in our universe, this kind of thing exists. It is possible for carbon to have proton 6, but different amounts of neutron. In fact, there are more than just 2 types. There are other types out there. And that works for everybody else. There is there is, they call this isotope, the isotope version for nitrogen, for hydrogen. Everybody have their own isotope. There's nothing, turns out that it's quite normal to have this kind of variation in reality. How come it's like that? I'm not sure I'm good enough to explain why, but they do exist. And that's not very weird according to nature. I'm sorry, is that your question?
Yeah.
So in the sense, we just accept that it is there because it is there. It is there.
Okay. Just one last one.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't understand the question at all.
Are you sure this is a Sec 2 question? Really?
Yeah. The
Seriously?
question paper, it's from 2017. I don't know if the syllabus has changed.
No. The syllabus did not change. I mean, because chemistry is chemistry, because the basic stuff is there. But
yeah, but does say secondary 2 over here.
Okay, maybe you found an ambitious paper. Okay, let's put it there. So now where do what am I supposed to explain, right? Okay, so have you done a practical like this? Hydrochloric acid mixed with a carbonate, copper carbonate. Do you even know what they mean?
Yeah, I do.
So for example, the copper carbonate crystals is something that you will collect in the lab in the form of, well, small crystals, just like salt, right? And copper carbonate will be colorful. I don't know, maybe this is green. I'm not very sure. Maybe it's a green crystal, right? Now, when you mix it with hydrochloric acid, something very predictable happened. The bubble thingy, the gas thingy, gas escape from mixture. Do you know what that gas is?
Carbon dioxide.
You will be correct. And then blah, 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 blah. Now, so that means the reaction is not, very unfamiliar to you. Okay, that is not your problem. Your problem is not that you don't understand the reaction or you don't understand what's going on. And yeah, so tell me, what is it that you don't understand? Is it the table? Is it the question itself?
It's the question because it says excess hydrochloric acid. Then
wonderful.
I look at the answer sheet and I'm like, huh?
Okay, now what does the word excess mean? No, this is really secretary territory. So I'm trying to explain this. It is possible. If you want to, it is possible to add the right amount of hydrochloric acid such that the acid is gone and the copper carbonate is also gone. It's that exact amount that will eliminate both. But that's a very precise measurement. It's not easy to do. More likely, if you add too little acid, can you imagine the acid basically disappears or being used up in the reaction, but there will be some copper carbonate crystals left, which is what the table is saying. So there's a loss in mass. That must be the gas, but at the same time, the copper carbonate crystal is slowly disappearing. What is less obvious is that the acid is all used up. So you add a bit of acid, there's some reaction, and then the reaction stops. The crystal is still there a little bit. You see some gas go up, and then everything stops. If you add more acid, the reaction starts again. Then the acid is used up, copper carbonate crystal becomes smaller, more CO2 is given out, but then we stop again. And that's so on and so forth until you finally hit a point where the acid is used up, the copper carbonate crystal is used up. So far, so good?
Yeah.
Excess means you don't care the accuracy. You just want to whack everything. You add an excess amount of acid, like a lot, so that the copper carbonate is gone, but there will be some acid left over in the solution because that's what you're doing. You're trying to whack so that you make sure it's gone. You don't go slowly at one drop. Now that's what the question means.
Oh, okay.
So what does the answer key say? I don't know, I cannot see. But I'm guessing it is to make sure that the copper carbonate crystals are all reacted. And therefore, you will have the maximum amount of CO2. In this case, you are not capturing the CO2, so maybe you will just experience the highest total loss mass. I don't know, maybe something like that. Okay, does that make some sense?
Yeah.
Oh, this is like crystal. I don't mind.
Oh, so now we do the Venn diagram.
The previous Venn diagram was a new thing, right? So
yeah.
Could you please look at page 8, just to revise everything, just refresh yourself a little bit, then we go to the next one. Please ask any question from page 8 first.
This part 3, what does it mean again?
Right. So the union, you understand? A union B.
What does union mean?
Okay. There's only intersect and union. Intersect means the overlap or the member has to exist in both. So B intersect C, tell me what exists in both B and both C. That's intersect.
Four.
Sorry, you're saying?
4.
Sorry, try again.
4.
4. Well, for example, look at B and C. B is 4, C is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The guy who exists in both B and C is number 4. Okay, now A intersect B, for example. Nothing exists in both A and B, nothing. How about A union B? Well, that's simple, just combine them. Union simply means combine.
Okay.
Right? Nothing especially complicated. That's just how they phrase it, right? So that's A union B. Let's combine A and B. Now the guy in front, the guy outside, the prime above is called not low. So not the combination of A and B. And then the N in front simply means how many member in A union B, not. So only count the number of members.
Okay.
Okay, so number of member B1 combined with number of member A9, I think it's going to be 10 because there's no overlap, right? So the amount of member which belongs to A combined B not is going to be 20.
Yeah.
Makes sense, everything. So that's just the mathematical language. There isn't much other. Now, this question 8 at page 10 is going to talk about the other side of the Venn diagram, which involves more drawing. This is a very visual one, and I find this to make even more sense. So let's give it a try. So remember this is the universe, man. So all this will contain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. When you see this and you see this, you better list them down first. So Anu, would you please list them down, as in list the members one by one?
Okay.
Okay. Just like how I did it in the previous question, like I list them down. I don't rely on the English. It's not a good idea to just rely on the English. Hmm. Okay. Okay, one is not a prime number, yeah?
Oh yeah, one is not a prime number.
Now, he wants us to draw this, illustrate, whatever, just draw. Just draw. Now, you can start with 3 options. Oh, sorry, four. Let me draw them up. You can start with A, don't have any overlap with B. You can start with A, overlapping with B. You can start with A, but the B is inside. And you can start with B and the A is inside. Sorry, let me.
Yeah, could you say it again?
Okay. Can you see anything?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. Just a minute now. Yes, Aiden, I can see you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
All right. Aiden, have you read my message?
Yeah, I've read it.
Okay, I put it all the questions in the Jamboard. They are mostly pressure questions. 1 or 2 will be complicated, right?
Oh,
Would you try them?
yeah, I can try that.
All right. Okay. So I'll follow you, through the Jamboard. Okay. Anu. Okay. So Anu, there are four possibilities of how to start the A and the B. This is about their relationship. There is no other possibility. Either option 1, option 2, option 3, or option 4. Does this make some sense?
Yeah.
Now, based on the members, you make a choice. Is it going to be option 1, 2, 3, or 4?
I think it can be option 4.
All right. So you're saying that A is inside B.
Yeah.
Looking at the member, it makes total sense. Looking at the member, right? And this is why you list down the member. Don't think in terms of English, like never just never do that. Okay. Okay. So now we do this. So we can always correct ourselves if we are wrong, but I think you have a good chance to be correct. 3, 5, 7, and then would you complete the rest? The rest should make a lot of sense. Now, Aiden, there's a lot of reading in this question, right? If you're talking about page 12, correct?
Yeah.
This is because this is the last few questions, the question where it is supposed to be very long.
Oh.
And in this long question, the first long question, usually traditionally question 8 okay, is the one with so many table or so many reading is the longest question ever in terms of reading, right? So don't be surprised. You're supposed to take time reading and understanding. If you don't understand anything, please ask me. Okay. The reading part, right? Okay. Okay, Anu. I mean, looks correct, and then you have to settle the universe. Surprisingly, when drawing, you don't use comma. Does this make any sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, B and C shouldn't be that hard. Shouldn't be. I want you to do B and C with the help of the visual. Let's see whether that makes sense. Aiden, are you okay so far?
Yeah, so far I'm all right.
All right, good, good. How it, oh, right. Yeah. Okay. Now, Anu, why would you be wrong? The reason is very simple. Because the combination of A and B, A union B, I agree, but not the combination of A and B. Visually, how does it look like? A combined with B. Okay, great. Not the outside of A combined A and B. Am I making some sense? Anu, are you okay, Anu? Oh, Anu is gone. Right. Aiden, are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you start doing it. Right, cool. Okay, Anu, I think you're back, right? Anu, yeah. Okay. Are you okay, Anu?
Yeah,
Yeah. Right. I think when I was explaining, you're gone. This is not the union of A and B. That's why this is wrong, because this is the union of A and B.
okay.
We want the not, so to speak. Looking good, Aiden, so far. I don't pick him.
But what am I supposed to do when you say calculate the net force acting on tab Q and it's turned on?
Okay. Okay. So when Q is on, so here's Q, you do notice that it is well, let me just draw it for you. Right. The Q. So now it's open, right? Okay. So pressure of oil, right?
Yeah.
Imagine that the oil is here. Just imagine it for a while. It's flowing there. This is pressure of
Atmosphere.
right. By the way, if the pressure of atmosphere is bigger than the pressure of oil, the oil will not flow at all. By the way, correct or not? Now,
Yeah.
are you sure the pressure of oil is bigger than the pressure of atmosphere?
The pressure of oil is not bigger.
It is. It is.
Oh, it is bigger. It's bigger.
It is. Why? Because PA, man, and the atmosphere is in general 101, right? In general, right? So it will flow. Putting it another way, the oil is pushing to the right, the atmospheric is pushing to the left, right? Now, you know that when there is pressure, there's force. You know that. So it makes sense to ask for a net force, because isn't this pressure against this pressure? So they are somehow canceling each other. It makes sense to talk about net. Am I making any sense right now?
Yeah, but
okay,
is this 101 or 100?
Which one?
The one that
I'm looking at the question for, oh yeah, okay, sorry. So the question says not 101 but 100. I'll follow the question.
Okay.
Okay. That's why they tell you lah. You need to use it. Okay, give it a try. Yeah, so this one is correct, Anu, but this is not. So let me explain. Let me explain. This one, no, this one. A intersect B. Yeah, so this is also wrong. So one more time, one more time. Look at B forward. So this is A union B, correct?
Yeah.
The not A union B is the guy not shaded, look, correct? Yeah? Simple.
Yeah.
Now let me draw for you A intersect B. A intersect B is, exists in both. Basically this lah. Correct? That's A intersect. Correct?
Yeah.
Now, isn't A intersect B not the same as the outside here? They don't look the same at all. So A union B not is not equal to A intersect B. This is wrong. This is wrong because look, they even look different. Am I making any sense?
Yeah.
So what is the member of A intersect B? It's not 4 because it's not this guy. How many?
Is it the 13579?
No, only 357 because only 357 belongs to both A and B. That's what intersect means.
Okay.
Am I making any sense? This has to make sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So the member is 3 lah, but just because we know it's these 3 guys lah. Okay. And even though the question is rather basic, but this is a very fast discussion. So I guess this is good. And I believe we have no more new topic to discuss. We just have to strengthen the new topics in term 3. This is it, Lo. If you have no question on science and you have no more question on math, I think what you can do is simply start to do another end of year and focus on the new topics, maybe 2 or 3 times, and then you get used to it, and then let's see what the school give you lah at that point. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, so in the next 15 minutes, would you try simply looking at another end of year?
Okay.
Aiden, are you okay so far?
Yeah, so far I'm right.
All right. All right, looking good so far, Aiden. Now I know that you can read lah. Like that sounds very basic, but that's very important. Good. At least you have patience to read. You have like that. Right. Okay. Yeah. Choose whatever question you want to try. Yep. I know. Whatever feels okay. Maybe I should try this. Maybe I should try that. Please do. Please do.
Can we do the one on page 14?
Yes. Are you saying that you, oh, let me do it a bit for you. You might find it, you might understand. Okay? Let me try. Is it okay, Anu?
Okay.
Then I leave 1 and 2 empty lah. No, 1 is not empty. What am I talking about? And I think you can continue from here. Leave the 2 empty lah. Right.
Okay.
Give it a try. Okay, so you identify this. That was the first correct one. I didn't do it. Now, let's see how you do it. Okay, Anu, to help ourselves, maybe we want to write on pencil lah. This is 4, this is 3 lah. To help ourselves, right? I think 3 is 5 lah, right? How many is 4?
8, I think.
Okay, let's sum them up. If it is 24, then we're happy, right? Yeah, I believe it's 24. So I think we didn't miss anything or we didn't do anything wrong. That's the most important thing for the first one. Okay. Now, do you understand what's modal and mean?
Is modal like average?
No, mean is average. So just remember that as average. Modal means they have another word, mode. So meaning to say the most frequent. I don't know why that's the name, but mode simply means the most frequent one. Okay, should be easy to do like at this point. Okay, so Aiden, I'm checking. All right, so you notice that you can make the text smaller, right? If you want to, you can. Yeah. Okay, so Aiden, I like your sentence. Let me do something. If let's say I cancel all this, let's say yeah, let's just pretend. So the first sentence stay, yeah, I think that's great. And then I just cancel some, and then the last one is there. Do you think if you write down this way, you would have expressed what you want to say?
I think so.
So the sentence those sentences can disappear, and your answer will be, I will argue, slightly better lah, because less actually means more. I'm not sure whether that makes sense.
Oh.
Right. If you can say it out with lesser sentence clearly, then please do. I'm not saying that you should be stingy with your words. No. I'm saying that maybe if something can be taken out, maybe you want to try, see whether you like it. Now, the question is, do you actually like this new version?
Yeah, the new version I think is I'm okay with.
All right. Then, I mean, we can explain why it's good, but if you know it's good, then no need lah. Like that. Okay. Okay. So far, Aiden, I haven't found much weaknesses with you, right? I haven't. I'm still chasing for your weakness. Can't see much of it.
Okay.
Wait, Anu, how did you get this answer?
I did average.
And tell me, how did you do average?
I added up all the hours and then divide by 24.
Let me confirm that this is what you do. Let me just confirm. Everything and then divided by 24. Then whatever this answer is. Is this what you do?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Great. Okay. Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh. Okay, okay, Aiden, I'll make some comments, but we don't have. Okay, so I'll make another new page. I'll make another new. Uh-oh. Okay, Anu. So I think there's a reading problem. I think this is a reading problem, not a concept problem. So at least, right? At least 3 hours. I think this will include this. No?
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense? It's more of a how we read the understand the question. Yeah. So okay, so Aiden, okay, maybe I'll just say quickly. So I think your aluminum tab is correct. Can you explain what do you mean by a higher force will be exerted by the oil?
Is that force equals to pressure times area, means if a larger
Correct.
area, there'll be a larger force.
Are you saying that the oil can push better, is it?
The weight of the oil can push better.
Because you're just giving him more surface area.
Yeah.
I guess it's okay. Considering what you know, I think it's okay. Considering what you know, I think it's really okay. All right, no problem. No complaints. No complaints for now. No complaints. Right. Okay. That is the end of the, yeah, I believe that's the end of the question. Right. Good. Okay. All right. I hope that makes sense, Anu. Yeah. Okay. Probability of students studying for our. Yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yep. So Anu, they will give you the curved surface area of the cone. It's gonna be pi RL, but they do give you. You don't have to memorize. This is wrong. This is wrong. Just because it's a wrong formula. Okay. Oh, you got it. Sounds about right. Yeah. Okay. Though time is up, but maybe you stay for one more. Maybe, yeah. Okay.
Question 2, I don't understand why is there like random dots here.
Oh, you don't know what a dot, right. A dot is something not difficult to understand. So this will look a little bit weird, yeah, this one.
Oh, okay.
So dot represents the repetition, and sometimes repetition is infinite, forever lah. So they just, make it so that it's easier to write. Now, when you know that, it should be kind of easier to compare lah. Okay, Elliot, I can see you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Shall we continue? Yes. Wait, what did we do yesterday? Oh, yeah. Right. I was telling you, would you please try your homework, and especially if you see n question, especially. Right. Would you please confirm whether your homework has a power n question first? If not, then we'll wait for it.
I need check.
Yo, please check. Yeah. Yeah, the frictional force is extremely large, but okay. Right. So Aiden, now you know why I bother to mention the who lah, right? The who does it? The thermal or heat lah, yeah. So who does it? At least mention it by friction, no? Because turns out that the friction is a super big thing here lah. It plays a big role in stopping the car, so to say. So in that sense, you're honoring the who, and it turns out that the who in this case is also very big. You'll never know, right?
Yeah.
So mentioning the who is a good habit. Because why? Because the formula always have a who. There's the who. The who is always a force, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got one question only.
One question, and one question should be enough, right?
It's
Please
like
put
the
them in.
last question.
Yes, that is why I expect. That is supposed to be the hardest thing, supposedly. Please put them and we'll, discuss it.
Okay.
Okay. Kyoko, I can see you, yeah? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Apologies for moving things around, and up still today, yeah? Really apologies. Are we continuing with the polynomial?
Yeah.
It's up to you. Yeah, it's up to you, yeah? So please do, yeah? Please do. Right. Anu, for now, good job for today, yeah? I will see you next week then. Okay. Bye-bye, Anu.
Can I send you then, like, you help me food?
Why is that, Elliot? Sorry. Because it's a bit crowded. Sometimes, oh, you're taking a picture. Oh, okay. Usually I would like, but today is a bit crowded. Do you mind if you just put the web WhatsApp, and then through the web WhatsApp, you can always access this? Does that make some sense?
Yeah.
That means you can put it yourself, yeah?
But I forgot what buttons to press.
What button? So you're using a Windows laptop?
Yes.
The button will be the Windows button, yeah? You know the Windows button, yeah? window, shift and S together.
Okay.
Okay? If it doesn't work, please tell me.
Yeah.
Unevenness of the ground question. Okay, you go ahead for the next question first, Eden. Yes, go ahead. You're saying, Kyoko? Sorry.
Never mind, never mind.
Okay. Ooh, the balloon question. Right. Balloon question.
Use new Jamboard or yesterday one?
No, yesterday one. Yesterday. Still binomial, right? You might need to refer to this Jamboard for quite some time. You might need. So let's keep them in one place.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, so Aiden, be a bit careful, yeah? Very careful. So they are right and they are wrong things. So think about it for a while.
The conclusion is correct, right?
The numbers that you put in, everything choices is correct. And even I mean, to say the answer is correct. It is 150,000, but you're forgetting some other thing.
The unit.
No. Oh, I mean, where I suppose. So maybe I'll put it this way. This is correct, but this is not the total pressure. I'm already giving you a hint here.
But didn't I do something with the atmospheric pressure?
Let me form your thinking. This is not always obvious, even if you do a lot of questions. You should think about what exists above the thing. For example, above the balloon. Only things above the thing will give you that significant pressure. Okay, so what is above the balloon?
Water.
And then think more. And then
Above the balloon is the weight of the water.
and then isn't there another thing above the balloon except just water? Isn't there something else?
Air.
Yes. There's, I mean, I told you 30 kilometers of air above you.
Oh.
That should be counted.
Well,
That amount,
why is 30 kilometers of air suddenly counted?
it has always been counted. Whenever you do the manometer thingy, to you is sudden. No, they have been training you for this. It's just that, I mean, why did the mercury rise for 76 centimeters? Because of 30 kilometers of air pushing you. Yeah. The atmospheric pressure.
So do I take 150,000 times 30?
No, plus 100,000. You're not getting it. See, they tell you the 30 kilometers of air, the atmosphere is to be counted. Look at the value. 100,000 is no joke, man. Fair enough. 100,000 is no joke. Elliot, can you start with this one? Oh, you can. All right. Sorry. This is challenging. I'm sorry. You're right. Right? Would you please warm up with one first? I keep. Sorry. Warm up for one first, then we'll immediately jump to this one. I need to know that you're in tip-top shape, right? Sorry. Of course, you cannot start with this immediately, right? Kyoko, are you stuck currently?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Aiden, let me confirm one thing. This is about part B, okay?
Yeah.
Have your teacher tell you something like this? If the pressure goes up, the volume goes down.
I haven't heard of that from my teacher.
So let's use logic for now. If the pressure on the balloon is bigger, the balloon will get smaller because the pressure is squeezing on the balloon, right?
Yeah.
If the pressure squeezing on the balloon is, smaller, the balloon will get bigger. That makes some sense, I suppose.
Yeah.
Would you please calculate the pressure on the surface for the balloon?
The pressure on the surface is 100,000.
Very good. Only atmosphere. It's not zero, right? It's 100,000.
Yeah.
Compare these two. Remember, pressure goes up, volume goes down. Volume, pressure goes down, volume goes up. It is an inverse proportional relationship. Maybe teacher haven't explained this, but that's the key. That's the key.
Oh.
I take it as this is something new, right? Because I seldom see this being discussed, even though it's not something very complicated.
I see. Okay.
Elliot, are you doing one more thing, which is not the end question,
I'm doing like a workbook. Textbook question.
Can, but do show it to me. I don't want you to do too difficult, but also you're showing it to me. Right? Sorry. You are showing it to me. Okay. Write something so I can see the question, right? So I know what they're asking.
Do I need to put it inside the Jamboard?
That would be helpful because in case it's too easy, let's not. Too difficult also, let's not. Maybe you take a picture for me. Wait, no, just show it to me. I'll take a picture, right?
Okay. 11.
I mean, do you know how to do it?
I can try something out.
All right. But I am certain that Kakak Brian has discussed it with you. So go ahead and give it a try. Kyoko, are you okay? Okay, good. Okay. Aiden, yeah, what? Hey, how come suddenly 0.12? What?
0.1.
Let me put it this way. Wait. So obviously, this is, divide by 2.5, right? Obviously, right? Obviously, correct?
Yeah.
The pressure drops, divided by 2.5. So if the relationship is simple inverse proportional, the volume should go up by times 2.5, if that makes some sense. In this case, it's times 4. I'm not sure where you get times 4. At least tell me how you get times 4.
Where times 4?
Is it? Oh, wait. Oh, you divide by 2. Oh. Okay. So look at what you did. When the pressure is high, the volume is this much. When the pressure drops, the volume of the balloon decreases. That means when the pressure outside drops, the balloon actually shrinks. Now, does that make sense?
No.
Okay. So logic still must play a part, right? So this cannot be correct.
Also, it is 0.3 times 2.5.
If that makes some sense. I never show you the real formula. I can tell you that that's how it works. There is a formula, but the logic should be sufficient here. Okay, Kyoko, nice result, but just check your answer key first, right? Just to make sure. Right?
Yeah, correct.
Oh, wonderful, excellent. You said that you have problem with polynomial, right? But this first part, you are good. Now, is this last time before we revise, would you have problem with the part 1 or not?
No, I don't think so.
So your part 1 was actually strong before we revised.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm actually curious why we need to revise. Hopefully, we'll find out. Right? But please continue. Please.
Mm.
Part C also not the easiest thing. For now, Kyoko, you don't have to show your video if you just want to use your iPad. So this is more normal. Okay? You don't have to use your video. Eden, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Elliot, okay? What you are doing?
Yeah, I think so.
What are you doing? Why are you cross? What are you cross methoding for? Right? What?
I find the what times what equals to the
That's one way, but it's not working, right?
yeah.
And anyway, don't use cross method. Use calculator, Elliot. Better. I'm serious. Use your calculator to find out. Just to make sure, right? In exam, you want to be sure. Press your calculator. Can we factorize or not? If we cannot, there is a method. If we can, there is a different method. Both methods you must be able to do. Use calculator. Sorry, Aiden, are you writing something? Wait, I'm not seeing anything. Oh, Aiden, I think you missed one question below. The page before there's a part C. I think you missed that one.
Oh.
That is one of the challenging one. If you can, that's nice. Let's see. It's almost 1 hour. Okay, it's almost 1 hour. So Elliot, wait, are you pressing? Have you pressed the calculator? Okay, I mean, according to you, cannot factorize, right? So do you understand that Kakak Brian teach you a method if you cannot factorize? Do you know?
I did not understand.
Oh, goodness me. Wow, I asked you yesterday, you say you understand. That will be page.
Because I thought that you can always use the factorize, but
No. Which is Kakak Brian taught you in page 7. Do you realize that that is page 7?
yes.
So you're saying that you don't understand page 7?
I don't understand the second part. Like,
okay, let me share. Okay, do the first part first. The first part, then I'll show you. Okay. For your question, do the first part. It's very easy. Then we'll use that for the second part.
So
what are you're saying?
The question is page 7 or text 2?
No, your question.
Oh,
Your current question. Right? Kyoko, are you stuck? Sorry.
Yeah.
Where are you stuck? Sorry. Part 2.
Mm,
Again, first thing first. Have you pressed the calculator or not?
yeah, but there's imaginary numbers.
Which means there's only one root lah. Right? There's only one root. The root will be -3 lah. Correct? And then you have to show the remaining quadratic is imaginary number. You did that yesterday. You're forgetting something. You did that yesterday. Where did you do that? You do that in page 4. Check out page 4, please. So Aiden, what did you? Oh, you're still typing, Aiden. Yeah. Kyoko, do you understand page 4? Does it help you? Good, Aiden. I'm looking at it. That's good, Aiden. That's good. Kyoko, are you okay or are you still stuck?
Okay.
Right. Let me see how you do it then. Hmm. Hmm. Elliot, when you're done with part 1, tell me. Yeah?
oh, part 1 also like a bit weird. Eh?
How come? You're doing the pattern, like it looks great to me. The pattern actually looks really fine, right? Yeah, and that's the first 3 term. Now, why do you say that it looks weird?
Why? Because it says ascending,
Power, yes.
then negative x to
Okay.
x square. Then after the
Negative.
next one is negative. It's also negative again.
Why are you confusing the negative below and the negative on top? Negative x is power 1. What you should be writing is -6 x to the power 1. Am I answering your question?
You say again?
write down for the second term minus 6x.
This one.
Yeah, below minus 6x.
I rewrite minus 6x.
You didn't. You write 6 bracket 1 bracket minus x. I didn't see any minus 6x. Okay, now what is the power of x in minus 6x?
1.
Okay, then in 15x squared, the power is 2 lah, right? So power 1, power 2, and then later on power 3 lah. Now, am I making any sense or am I missing your question?
It'll be a negative the next. Oh,
Yeah, you keep saying the negative. The negative is the coefficient, not the power.
yeah.
The power is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, but having said that, he only asked you for the first 3 terms lah. I think you're doing a bit too much term. I feel.
Is it first 4 term?
He say first 3 what? Okay. Wait, am I wait, I'm looking at the my goodness me, I'm looking at the wrong question. That's my fault. Sorry.
It's
The first block, right? The first block, sorry. Yeah. So but yellow, still power 1, power 2, power 3. It is okay. Does that make sense?
yeah.
No, you're mistaking it. You're not changing the minus x. This 6 times 1 times minus x is minus 6x, right? The guy inside the bracket is still minus x. Oh dear, okay. So Aiden, I believe what I'm adding needs to be added lah. I don't think it's a bonus lah. If not, then your answer is a bit like the marker also a bit uncertain whether to give you the mark or not. But if you add those few phrases, like the doubts will be gone. Right? Okay, if that makes sense. My addition is not meant to be a bonus. I think it is necessary. So if you don't understand why I put it like that, please ask lah.
Yeah.
Elliot, so why are you giving us 5 terms? Sorry, why not 4? I don't mind, but isn't that 5 terms? Makes sense, huh? Yeah. So, all right, Kyoko, good. Your long divisioning, good. So Aiden, at this point, this is around 1 hour already, right?
Yeah.
I would be happy with the pressure. Do you feel any progress in your pressure, or is this question just the same difficulty? Just the same old thing?
I think there is some form of progress.
Sorry, I cannot hear you. Sorry.
I think
What
there
is
is
it?
some form of progress.
All right. Okay, good. You can you just happen to do the hard one. Okay. Let me check first. Right. Oh, oh dear, but would you be able? Oh, okay. I have to explain to you why the answer is D. That means I have to explain one, right? Okay, Eden, yeah.
Okay.
The force of each collision increases. I like it because when pressure increase, the area stays the same. Huh? So the force must have increased. No, you're correct. Lah. Let me ask you, how come the force increased?
It increased because there is like lesser space and then there is heat. So like it is moving.
What does the heat do to the molecule? Does it multiply the molecule?
It makes the molecule move at faster speeds.
So when the molecule moves at faster speed, imagine a car hitting you at a slow speed and a car hitting you at a fast speed, lah, right? Not a very fun thing, obviously. My point is, isn't the speed going to affect the force you experience, lah?
Yeah, the speed will affect it because it will collide and then it's going to collide harder.
Harder in that sense. That is our like normal life experience. Now you can count on that. Our normal experience for topic 1 and 2 is okay one. Term 1 and 2 topics, sorry. So the speed is the one causing the force to increase. Lah. So in that sense, 1 is included. Lah.
Oh.
In that sense. The speed also explain part 3, by the way. Because the speed is fast, he also bounces around faster and therefore he bounces more. That also increases the speed. So 1 kind of explain 2 and 3. So let's include 1.
Okay.
In fact, 1 is the cause of 2 and 3. Heat causes speed, speed causes 2 and 3. So, Elliot, you're okay here, yeah? Now, Elliot, in page 7, right? In page 7. I wrote down what Kakak Brian did. Do you understand or do you want me to explain?
Oh, explain.
All right. So he did this simple one, right? He actually expand this simple one here. 601 x power 0. He actually did that. And then he go and pretend that this whole chunk is the x law. He go and pretend. How did he pretend? He just put this in wherever x is supposed to be. This whole big chunk, he put it where x is supposed to be. That's simple. That's how we handle it. Do you understand? Yes,
I
Elliot?
still expand when the numbers be like all weird.
Well, here's the good news. You need to deal with power 0, which no problem, right?
Yeah.
Power 1, which no problem. Power 2, slightly harder, but can be done. The hardest one is, of course, power 3. Lah. That one I agree. This is the hardest one. Do you have to deal with power 3?
Oh no.
Oh, you don't. Do you? I thought you have to. You have 4 terms. No?
Yeah.
You do. You do. So this is the only difficult one. And to be fair, just collect the x squared one. Remember, just pick and choose. It is weird, but manageable and must pick and choose. So something tells me that you have to practice this question. Good. Please practice it.
And for the textbook, they ask for x cube.
I'm sorry, you're saying?
The textbook question, the one which we are doing now, right? They ask for
Yeah.
x cube.
For x cube. Then pick and choose x cube. Same thing one. Pick and choose x cube. Okay. Again, the promise is only the last one is rather hard to handle, a little bit hard, right? A little bit hard. Kyoko, how's your long division? Eh? You're stuck here, isn't it? You're stuck here for a long time already.
Mm.
Correct, right? Now, first thing first, how come you're dividing x cubed? Okay, x cubed minus 5. Let me confirm one more time that your A and B is correct. We cannot waste time. Your A and B must be correct. Okay,
Yeah.
then you're dividing with x plus 3 and you cannot seem to find your mistake, correct?
Mm.
Mm. Fine. This seems fine. Sorry, I just forgot to tell you. Right. If you're okay with your pressure, let me check the last question. But from now on, can you do the other thing I request in your WhatsApp, which is to do the MCQ of topic term 1 and term 2? I want to have a good idea where you are there.
Okay.
The reason is I told you already, those are the difficult topics for end of year. If you don't find them difficult, then your physics don't have much problem.
Good. Where's the MCQ for term 1 and 2 topic?
Oh, I haven't copied. Simply because you can just take it from your own paper. That means the paper you have, right? The one I share with you. Most probably MCQ 1 to 8, MCQ 1 to 8 or MCQ 1 to 9 will be that term 1 to term 3.
Okay.
So it's a very short MCQ. That should give me an idea where you are. Now, please check your long division. How come you seem to be confused at certain things? This one and this one. How come this is correct, but this is wrong? What's going on here? Please tell me. There is a minus problem going on somewhere. Okay, yeah? If you don't understand my correction, you must ask me.
I think I forgot to change the minus.
On top, and as a result, you also make this mistake. That's not okay. I mean, it is a minus issue, but you know, it costs you a lot. It costs you a lot. Elliot, are you okay so far?
I think so.
Okay, good. And since they want x cube, you can totally ignore the first guy, right? First guy, are you doing the right thing or not? Hey, Elliot, you're changing the question. Alamak. How come you're changing the question? What's going on here? So it seems to me that you're changing the question. Yeah? So let me show you. Okay, there you go. Okay, so does this and this look the same? How come it looks different to me? Hey, what are you doing?
I thought you sub the back part of this to the x at the start.
Okay, look, what you're doing here is minus x plus 2x squared, right? Basically, correct?
Yeah.
This is not that. This is plus x minus 2x squared. So don't go and change the question.
Then what do I do?
first return it back lah, return it back, and then what you want is simply something like this. You put this guy in place of minus x, correct? That's just how you just how you exchange lah. Make sense?
Yeah.
So put this guy in the place of minus x lah. That means your other part is correct. You did it correct the next line. Your first line, however, is wrong. You go and change the question in the first line. Then you do it correctly in the second line. Not sure what's going on here. Do you understand what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay, okay good. Cool. Okay, so Aiden, have you started doing the MCQ? Because I don't think I can follow you right now, right?
The MCQ that you are saying to do, is it like from the papers that you gave me or what?
Yeah, from the papers that I give you. That means the MCQ is always in the order of the topic lah. That means that's why I say MCQ question 1 to around question 8 or 9 will be the term 1 topic lah. Term 1, term 2, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Am I making any sense?
Yeah.
All right. So that's our quick survey of term 1 and term 2 lah. Okay, Kyoko, I think you got it. Okay, Aiden, the balloon one is correct lah. So you use the same principle. Good.
Oh, now do I do the open-ended question or do I do the MCQ?
I was asking you to do MCQ because it's faster, but I am actually happier if you do the open-ended one. Both are not easy, but one is faster, one is more thorough lah. We have time, so if you could do the answer one, I think it's better lah for a survey lah, for a survey. But this will mean that you'll be doing topics that you are a little bit rusty lah. Okay. Let me put it another way. Sorry. I don't want you to do it by yourself. I want you to do it with me. Then I know where you're rusty. You understand? Maybe I put it that way lah. Just treat this as a homework. Suddenly your teacher give you a homework, term 1, term 2 topic. Okay, let's do it together so I know where you are.
Okay.
Makes sense, huh? Now, would you help me put in the question in the Jamboard lah? Then I can follow you lah. Then you can also ask question easier.
Yeah, I'm doing the open-ended first.
All right then. Especially things that you feel hard because you don't seem to be scared by them lah. Then you whack that lah. Then I will know where you are. Then I can help you better.
Okay.
Okay, Kyoko, that question should be done lah. Do you understand? Yeah, good. Okay, are you stuck with the new one? So.
Yeah, maybe.
You don't know how to handle this one, I guess, right? This guy, right? You don't know how to handle this guy. Okay, so please confirm first, Kyoko. This is not factorizable. How do you confirm? The fast way, please.
calculator.
Yes, please go ahead.
Uh,
Elliot, are you okay? Sorry, are you stuck, Elliot?
Yeah, the cubic expansion.
The cubic one is the problem, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, as predicted, lah, but that should be your problem, right? We're doing the right thing, so I'm showing it on the next page. We want this one, correct? This one, we got it already. We got one already, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so now dealing with the cube. Now, you have either polynomial beside you, polynomial to do the cube, or which since I don't think is very helpful, or you can do a mini binomial. Do you know what I mean by a mini binomial? Certainly, you can do a binomial with power 3. You only have to worry about 4 terms. Certainly, right? Correct or not?
Yeah.
3c0, right? X power 3 minus 2x square power 0, right? Power 0. That's the first term already. I'm just doing a binomial mini. Okay. Bonus is instantly you will know whether you need to worry about them or not. As in, do you need to worry about this first term? Do you need to use it, basically? Pick and choose, pick and choose. Do we need to, Elliot?
No.
Yes, because it's power 3. What are you talking about? Yes. X cube, right? X cube. And then this is power 0, so it's gone up. So this will be a power x cube. X power cube, sorry. Am I making any sense?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, so then you have 3 more terms to consider. That's not a lot of work. Would you please do this mini binomial? You should be done now. You should be done by then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Aiden, you're doing the MCQ first, correct?
Open-ended.
Oh, where is it, sir?
Question 10.
Where is the open-ended?
Like page 17.
Page 7. Oh, you mean this? Oh, sorry. No. I don't want you to finish this. I want you to do the term 1, term 2. Sorry, I misunderstood what you're saying. But admittedly, this is also not very easy, lah. But whatever. In our tuition, you have initiative. You can choose one. You can choose. Just do. Okay. Then just do the term 1 later. Fine. This question is also not the most obvious one. Right, Kyoko. Can you come? Oh, it can be factorized, Kyoko. You can. According to the calculator, you can do that. Now, is that easier for you then? You're muted, Kyoko. Kyoko, you're muted.
I'm back.
Okay, okay, okay. Now, so you can actually factorize it.
Yeah.
Does it help you then?
Uh, I don't know.
Mhm.
One long division 1 by 1. Oh,
Okay, think carefully the logic, yeah. Think carefully the logic, yeah. Let's say, sorry, yeah, let's say there's a number, 60 lah. 60, the factor is 5 times 12, make sense?
yeah.
So 12 is obviously 3 times 4 lah, right? Obviously lah.
Mhm.
So does it mean that 12 is a factor of 60, but 3 is not? 4 is not? Does that mean that?
No.
So 3 is a factor or not?
Yes.
4 is also a factor, right? In fact, if you want to argue, even 2 is a factor, lah, right? Even 2 is a factor. So this is a factor, right? Does that mean that this is not a factor?
No.
It is a factor. The other guy also. Logic makes sense? Logic makes sense? Okay, then does that help you then? Okay. The slightly more difficult one is when you cannot factorize, but we'll talk about it later, lah, right? Talk about it later
Okay.
when that happens. Right then, so there's a small mistake there, right?
Very small mistake.
Oh, goodness me. Okay. So a bit new at bottom of draw. So also wrong. There's something wrong here also. I won't tell you where. No, this is fine, but this is fine. If you don't know what your mistake is, please tell me. I'll give you some hint.
I converted it to meter.
Sorry, I cannot hear you. Please repeat.
I converted the 75 cm to meter.
75 cm to meter. Okay, sorry. You realize it's 75. How come you write this as 76?
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I thought
Okay.
it was memorized 76.
Huh? No, what? No. Okay, don't memorize the atmospheric pressure is 76. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's dangerous. Look at the question.
Both like 75, 76.
Yeah, but in this question, they kind of make it 75 lah. You cannot write 76. Cannot.
Oh,
Fair, yeah? Fair, yeah? This is I believe fair, yeah? Fair comment. You cannot write 76 when they already set it as 75. That does not make a lot of sense, I guess.
yeah.
Makes sense? Now, okay, so 75 is now correct. Now, the part B, however, is wrong. I did give you a hint. The bottom of the trough. Where is the bottom of the trough? Where is it?
Bottom of the trough is here.
Okay, there should be, you should be marking something. Where is it?
I'm putting the laser thing.
Sometimes the laser have okay. Could you please just use ink and dot where it is? Because I don't think where it. Oh, does that look like the bottom of a trough? Wait, that doesn't make sense. Does that look like the bottom?
I don't know what is a trough.
Oh, the trough is this guy.
Oh, that is trough.
Yeah,
I
that is the trough.
thought the trough was this thing.
The glass tube thingy. No, it's not. It's not the glass tube thingy.
Oh, okay.
Right. So the trough, please, and then you have to make a few adjustments, right? Since now.
Yeah.
Elliot, are you stuck so far?
No.
Looks good though. Oh, you have some answers, isn't it? Yeah. And again, you just have to worry which one is the x cube, which is the first guy and the second guy, correct?
Yeah.
First guy, second guy, and one guy from on top. You combine them, you're happy, no? You have the answer. Make sense? Do check the answer key.
Okay.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, then you can make some adjustment. Good, good. So Aiden, I thought you have a conceptual problem. Maybe it's just a reading problem, right? Good, good, good.
Yeah.
So Elliot, how is it? Are you correct?
The question 11 answer quite weird in the textbook.
Sorry, cannot hear you. Sorry.
The answer
The
Six.
answer key is what? Sorry.
is like very weird.
Let me see which question is that? Sorry.
It's 11. You see it?
So very okay, 11. Let me okay. Wait, okay. Yeah, that doesn't look like what? Yeah, that doesn't look like it. Are you sure this is the what?
Yeah, chapter 6.
Oh my
6.2.
goodness, I read it wrongly. So hence expand this up to the term x cubed. That means you have to worry about x cubed, x squared, x and no x one, which you already have all of them. Make sense? Sorry, I have a reading problem. I thought it's just x cubed. First thing first, your x cubed should be correct. Is your x cubed actually minus 40x cubed?
Minus 40.
Is it minus 40 or not, Elliot? Or you are not very sure?
Oh, I'm not very sure.
Okay, would you please push your paper up a bit so I can copy everything? No, as in, no, not up here, no, up the table, up, okay, nice, yeah, so that it's not blocked, yeah, nicely, okay. Kyoko, you're putting too much emphasis on long division. I know long division is available, but, come on, learn something from yesterday. Kyoko, you hear me?
Yeah.
Long division is available to you, yes, but something else is also available to you. What is it?
Factor theorem.
Theorem and remainder theorem. Now,
Yeah.
choose the faster one. It's not that your long division is the best in the world. Also, no. It's always a very slow process. I don't think you should like it too much, right? If possible, do something else. Is it possible or not to do something else?
Yeah.
Then please do so lah. Please do so. So here, Elliot, this is your x cube. This is another x cube, right? This is another x cube. And this is another x cube, right? Times this one, correct?
Yeah.
I think for the mini one, you do have to times 20. Am I correct?
Yes.
All right. So this is all the x cube. Would you combine them and see whether they are minus 40x cube? Am I making any sense?
Yeah.
All right.
It's minus 40.
Then isn't that good news? Your x cube part of the answer cube, answer key is correct. Sorry, does this make sense to you?
Yeah, it does.
Then you collect the x square, do the same thing, collect the x and then collect the constant and then you see whether you're all correct. Make sense? Yeah, it makes sense. Is this a lot of work? Yes. This guy is always a lot of work. Yes. This particular kind of question. Aiden, I'm not seeing any progress. Are you stuck somewhere?
Page 18 and page 19.
You are at page 18? What? Oh, you stopped doing that question.
Yeah, I thought you said that that I should stop.
Yeah, I mean, I thought you want to do. Okay, anyway, it's up to you. It's up to you. Okay, so I'll follow you through the new question so I can understand where you are, right? Okay. Okay, nice. Not the hardest thing. Good, good. Okay, what's your question for? I think I missed a question 4, right, Aiden? Sorry. I cannot see question. Oh, there's question 4. Wait. That means I missed question 1. Or maybe I missed question 1. Maybe.
Like, question 1 wasn't really about this.
Understood. Understood. Oh, I wish I can see you're working for question 5. Oh.
The acceleration is 10 m. The acceleration now, basically.
Correct. Like that lah. V T. This is 10 meter per second square. And then this is where the area must be equal to 120 meter. So, 4 times T times 20 equals to 120. So 10 T square equals to 20. Yeah, I might disagree with your answer. Yeah, I definitely disagree with your answer. I think for question 5, it is worth discussing.
It's 120 divided by 10 meters second square.
Okay, if you do that, divide by 10 meter per second square, you notice that you will get 12 seconds square, right? You do notice that. Whatever that is, that's not second.
Oh,
Whatever that is. I think C is wrong because of that. Elliot, how is it so far?
It's correct.
Are you now at peace with this question?
Yes.
This question, well, that's how you do it, I suppose. That's how you do it. How you do it. Good. That means you understand one very annoying version of the binomial. There is no other way to shorten it. There is no other way. This is how you do it. What I'm very proud of you is that you didn't make any careless mistake. I mean, I find this extremely tedious, man. You seem to be able to do it slowly and steadily. That's a good thing in binomial. Good for you. Okay. Just have to make the concept more solid. Okay. Are you sure, Elliot? No more questions here.
Oh.
Okay. Then we will go to the last one, the challenging one. Okay. We'll go to page 13. Now, for this challenging one, remember the n is still just the power, right? So when you expand it, you don't know n, that's fine. But still, you have to write nc0, make sense? nc0, 1 power n, px power 0. Just expand it normally first, you understand? Am I making any sense in page 13?
I mean, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, and go for 4 terms first. Then we learn how to deal with n. Okay, so Aiden, shall we discuss question 5? How would I do it?
yeah.
Okay, Now, this question is difficult. How do I know it's difficult? It's because he asks you for distance. I'm sorry. He gives you distance. I'm sorry. He gives you distance. He gives you distance. He just asks you for time. It looks very, how do I say, very very innocent, but the only thing you have to work with is acceleration. That part you're correct. We have to use acceleration. Now, whenever we have distance and acceleration, it is considered not easy because there is no direct connection between distance and acceleration, right? There is no direct connection at all, not in O-level at least. The only connection we can find is in the velocity graph, which may surprise you because obviously velocity is not mentioned anywhere here. But in the velocity graph, I can connect the acceleration because the acceleration is the gradient of the velocity. Am I correct?
Yeah.
And then the area is the area of the graph of velocity is the distance. I have now found a way to connect distance and acceleration using the velocity graph. This itself is already very confusing to some people. Am I making any sense right now?
Yeah.
Okay, now if I make any sense, then the second thing, the shape of my velocity graph is a triangle. To me, I'm certain. Do you know why?
You are certain that it's a triangle.
Yeah, I know why, as in, do you know why?
Like because I've seen the triangle shape before.
My question is, do you know why that is correct? You better know.
I think I know why it's correct because
Okay,
the thing is increasing as it drops.
I know. Why is it triangle? Why is it not a curve?
Because it's moving at the same speed.
It is not moving at the same speed. The speed is increasing, as you can tell.
It's increasing at the same rate.
Because the gradient is constant.
Yeah.
The gradient is constant, which is the acceleration is constant. The acceleration is constant. We are ignoring air resistance in this case. The question doesn't tell us, a little bit not so good of the question. So we are ignoring the air resistance. The acceleration is constant. The velocity will be a straight line. Starting from 0. Is that okay?
Yeah.
With that in mind, a triangle area is kind of easy. Half times base. The base is t. The height is this one. The height is 10t. That's another difficulty. Do you know why?
The height is 10t. Oh, because this graph is like y equals x.
If it is y equals to x, then the height will be t .
Yeah, so basically like 1 unit of b is 1 unit of t.
So why is it when here is t, here is 10t?
Because the gradient is 10 meters per second.
Good. So the gradient is rise over run. Rise over run is 10.
10 over 10.
This over this is 10t.
Yeah.
The area of the graph is half times t times 10t equals to 120. And then at that point, you just work out the t.
Yeah.
Okay. This is not an easy question. Try to understand the method. This is one of the hardest things they can ask you. Just saying.
Oh.
Now, it's so worth it if you understand this that I will ask you to erase my working once you're okay, and then would you like to redo it by yourself just to get the hang of it? Okay, just get the hang of it. Okay, I don't think you're very familiar with this one. No wonder it is one of the harder questions, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so again, when you're okay, erase my working and then redo it. Kyoko, are you okay so far?
Yeah.
Okay, so Elliot, apologies, you have to wait for a while. Okay, now I'm here. Now, you will now need to look at Kakak Brian's work but let me give you a few things So this one is supposed to be 1, correct? This one is supposed to be minus 12x, right? So it's supposed to be 28 p square x square, right? And then this last one will be q x cubed, correct? This one, no use lah. Okay, no use. Cannot find p, cannot find nothing. Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Now this one, maybe can find p, I don't know. Okay, so this guy is NC1. Now, by your experience, for example, 5C1, what is it? It's always
5.
Just to be clear, 19C1. So NC1.
N.
N. So Kakak Abran did try to tell you that this guy is N, no? First thing first lah. That's an N. Okay? That's an N. This guy, you don't know the N, doesn't matter, it's always 1, correct? This guy is Px, no? So this is NPX equals to minus 12x. So a bit disappointing because we cannot directly find the P and the N, but at least we know that NP is minus 12. So this is some use lah. Okay? Now, NC2 is where you have to rely on what Kakak Brian say already lah. So NC2 will be equal to N factorial over N minus 2 factorial times 2 factorial. Do you understand what I just wrote? That's the formula lah that you have to rely on. Will this be okay? Yeah, so now N factorial is N times N minus 1 times N minus 2 factorial. If you understand what is this, please tell me. I assume that Kakak Brian explained to you factorial already lah. Does this make some sense?
No, the second one doesn't.
Now, N factorial is N times something smaller, right? Times something smaller times something smaller, correct?
Yeah.
Isn't this N minus 2 factorial? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Jebret. That's my goal lah. My goal is to do that lah.
Okay.
So it will be now N minus 1 times 1 over 2 lah. Okay, that's NC2 lah.
Okay.
If that is NC2, again, this doesn't matter. This is always 1 ma. This is P square X square. Suddenly, isn't this equal to 28? Isn't it? Isn't it? Am I making any sense?
No, I don't see that.
What is NC2? What is NC2? This thing, no? Correct? NC2 is this. That's why we do all that. Correct? So NC2 is that. So NC2 times 1 times P square X square equals to 28 P square X square. Wait a minute. That means NC2 is 28 lah.
Oh, okay.
Which is this guy is 28 no? Which is Y lah.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes.
That's your first task. Go and find N because of that. You can find N because of that. Understand?
Yeah.
Go and do it. Okay. Kyoko, are you okay so far? Where are you? Tell me, where are you?
Next page.
Next page. You're trying to do part 2. You found the A and B and you don't know how to do part 2. Am I correct? Have you tried using calculator? You do forget this. I taught you this already. Use your AB, press your calculator, and then refer to page
My calculator doesn't have the x to the power of 4.
You are not wrong. Lah. I mean, you are not exactly wrong in saying that. However, are you sure that there's nothing that you can do? I mean, you know two factors, ma? Correct? No? What can you do? Like the two things that is always available to you is, factor theorem, immediate theorem. That's one package. And then the other thing available to you is the one that you love so much to do just now. What is it?
Long division.
Now, can long division help you somehow here? Would long division help you somehow here? So Aiden, for your part, next time, do draw your own graph, meaning to say you cannot draw it right now, but next time, remember to draw a graph. It might be helpful. Okay.
Yeah.
Good for you. Let me confirm that this is a new method. You have never seen this before.
I mean, sometimes I've seen it before, but I don't really use it that much.
Okay. Kyoko, can you do something? Or are you stuck?
If we can.
Yeah, please try. Elliot, how's the end coming?
I don't really know.
Have you found n?
No.
No. How come you cannot find n?
Actually, I found n, but I don't know if the method is correct.
It's a quadratic function, right? So can you just show me? It's a bit difficult to see, lah.
I just sub in random numbers for n, like from 1 until 8.
Fine. What did you get?
I got 8.
No, that's fine. Now treat this as a quadratic. Treat this as a quadratic function, something you do from Sec2. Do you understand what I'm saying? Look at page 14. Yeah. Am I making any sense right now? Treat this as quadratic, Elliot. The thing that you have been doing since Sec2. Am I making any sense here? Page 14.
Yeah.
So do the quadratic, please. So for 6, try again, Aiden. 6, there is another one which is better.
Okay, why will it accelerate?
Uh-oh, now that tells me a lot. Sigma f equals to ma.
Yeah.
Acceleration will not be 0 if there is sigma f lah, resultant force lah. So in this situation, is there resultant force on?
Yeah.
Then there is acceleration. If that is not very acceptable, tell me right now, because I'm trying to feel where you are.
I'm really unsure why is there acceleration.
One more time.
Like because of the formula, therefore there's acceleration.
No, please no, don't. Please don't. If that's all you need, well then, I mean, physics is so easy, right? If that's all you need. Think carefully about your concept, Aiden. If you cannot hit by a force, right? If a force hits you, do you have velocity or do you have acceleration? Therefore, you have velocity.
Oh,
This
like
is
if I were to throw a ball, then it will accelerate.
why do you throw a ball and then accelerate?
Like I can picture it in my head.
Definitely not enough. Because here you cannot picture it.
I can picture pushing a car with wheels and it will accelerate.
Are you sure what you're imagining is not velocity? Acceleration is extremely difficult to imagine, even though that's the most important thing. When you imagine it, usually we are imagining movement, right?
Yeah.
Movement is velocity, not acceleration. If we imagine it is moving, or then it is a velocity that we're imagining. How do we know when something is accelerating? You have to look at the movement you're imagining and ask, is the movement increasing or decreasing? That is not very easy to do. That is really not very easy.
Oh.
Whatever you imagine, it must be velocity, I'm guessing.
Then won't the car decelerate because it's not going to like move forever?
If the 500 and 500 is forever, then the truck will move forever. And obviously it won't, but if it is, it's forever.
Yeah, so it will decelerate. It will accelerate first, then decelerate.
You are thinking too much. You are thinking at a time where the truck is no longer having the 500. I will agree. He is only asking you to imagine the moment right now. The moment right now is still 500 and 500 minus 300, of course.
Oh.
Why do you imagine it until later? You are correct that it will decelerate later, when the 500 cease to happen.
Oh.
In this situation, two person is pushing, one pushing in front, one pushing behind, both 500. The friction is only 300. Now you tell me, will the truck be moving at a constant speed or will the truck be moving at a speed which is ever increasing?
If I were to use my imagination, the speed will be increasing, but
therefore acceleration. Therefore
Yeah.
acceleration.
Yeah.
Therefore acceleration. That would be, we can stop our imagination there for this question. For this question only. Some other question may be more, to be fair. So is B correct or not? Obviously B is correct. Obviously lah. But B is better.
Oh.
Oh yes, Elliot, you got it. So you know your 8 lah. Can? Of course, your trial and error is fine, totally fine. But don't forget you know quadratics lah. Right?
Yes.
Now, why are you stopping? You can now find P, Look at the previous page. You can now find P. Okay, Kyoko, let's stop here for a while. Sorry, Kyoko, let's stop here for a while. Okay, sorry, let's stop here for a while. Yeah? Now, Kyoko, you know that this is a factor, right? You know, right? You know this is a factor, correct?
Yeah.
This is the whole thing. So if this is a factor, when you divide this by this, you have an expectation of the remainder. What is your expectation of the remainder?
0.
Remainder would be 0. If you do it correctly, of course. But there is an expectation that this needs to be 0, right? So, oh goodness me. Oh, wait. We got it. No? Wait, no. Wait a minute. Why are you not using the A and B found in part 1? Sorry. Why are you not using that?
Oh,
What are you doing,
Oh.
Kyoko? Oh, come on, Kyoko. Are you serious? Do you need more rest? Let's just rest. Come on, are you serious, man?
it's okay.
Are you sure? Are you sure that you're not tired right now? Okay. Try again, please. Oh, come on. Elliot, are you stuck?
Not really.
Can you find P then?
Yes.
Okay, good. If you can find P, you are one last step for finding Q lah. Q is probably the hardest one, but that's because of the N. Let's see whether you can handle it. Okay, so okay, nice one. Oh, that's so weird. Okay, fine. Yeah, totally fine, Aiden. Totally fine. I'm okay. Totally fine. Maybe one more question, Aiden. At this point, this is almost 2 hours. How do you feel? Are you tired?
Like slightly.
Slightly. Right. Understand. Is one more question possible on another term 1 or term 2 topic?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the other one.
Okay, nice, very good, very good. Oh, yeah. Very good. Okay, cool. Can be factorized or not? You still have to answer that, right? You still have to at least consider that. Can or not? Elliot, are you current? Wait, you got P, right? So Elliot, tell me, where are you stuck right now? I mean, you got the P, right? Excellent, right? Excellent.
Trying to find X.
Trying to find what? Sorry?
X.
I'm sorry. Since when in binomial do you need to find X? Think first. Is there ever a time in binomial where you need to find the X? It's usually the coefficient of the X or the power of the X. I mean, usually, am I correct? But they never ask you to find the X itself.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you found P and you find N. I believe they ask you to find P and N. Is there anything else they ask you to find?
Q.
Q. Can you find Q? Is it possible?
Yes.
Okay, please find Q and you should be happy. You should be happy. Right. Kyoko, can you factorize that or not? Yes, you can. apologize, people. I wish I can finish the question with you. I do have a slight emergency, right? Let me go out for 1 minute. If you're still here, let's settle the question later. Okay? Sorry, yeah. Just a minute. Okay, I am back. Right, I am back. Kyoko, do you understand the factorization?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That will be the final answer lah, because to solve it means you need to find the factors. That is the last two factors. Lah. You understand?
Mm.
Okay. In that case, if there is no other question, I will see you on Sunday. Yeah. Right. Elliot, have you found the? Oh, you're in the process. How about you, Aiden? Where is your last question? Last question. Oh, goodness me, it's question 1. Fine. Okay. But question 1, the estimate question is always there one. So your estimate will be 13,000.
Yeah.
And you would be correct. How do you know? I mean, how did you estimate? Sorry, not how do you estimate?
I picture it in my mind.
Well, for example, I'm curious. I'm very curious. How come it's not 1,300 kilometers?
1,000, because that would be like 2 less for Earth.
Why is it 2 less according to you?
Because like my imagination, Earth is quite big. And 1,300 is the same length as like.
As what? Tell me.
I don't know how to say it. The same length as like the depth of the Earth from the I don't know, like the land to like the core of the Earth.
No, wait. If the length to the core of the Earth, that means that's half a diameter already. Cannot be. It's actually bigger than 1,300. 1,300 kilometers is like the distance between Singapore to half the distance between Singapore to Hong Kong.
Oh, then it's quite less.
Then in the sense that B is a good estimate. I mean, I'm also curious why you don't say C lah. I'm also curious.
Because like when I take an aeroplane and I see like the kilometers on it, it feels like it is B lah.
I mean, that's what estimate is lah. You estimate it based on your real life experience lah. And most of us can only use our flight experience lah. That's correct. That's correct. Oh, interesting. Okay. Definitely, I'm learning a lot from where you are. Definitely. Thank you for doing all this. I hope you learned something. Please stay here just for a while. Let's talk about the scheduling after this. Yeah. After Elliot. Elliot, you got Q, isn't it? You got Q. It's wrong because did you use P? You did use P. Did you cube the P? You did cube the P. Is your P correct?
Yeah, both is correct. But the last one, the answer key say is negative 378.
Negative 378 is 2 times this. The mistake is so close. Try. Negative 189 times 2 is negative 378, correct?
Yeah.
You're missing a 2 somehow, or the answer key is wrong by 2, but let's assume that we are wrong lah. Okay, let's assume that. I guess the challenge is go and find the mistake lah. But there's only a very minor mistake, I feel. I feel you have to solve that. Okay?
Yeah.
I hope you're happy. I think you did progress quite a lot today lah. Even though it's only 2 questions, it's a 2 terrible question lah. Okay, master these 2, and then your binomial should have no problem lah. Good job, Elliot. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
So, Aiden, now what do you think about today?
I think today was all right.
Okay, I find that I'm satisfied with your progress also today. Right. Okay, so that will be physics lah. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think about the schedule? I did told you that you have to wait a bit lah. I have to confirm the night slot lah. Okay.
I think that for the schedule, I'm not sure if it's possible if like some weeks I do on Monday, some weeks I do on Sunday.
If you want to do that, there are 2 ways to do it lah. Either another person also do a swap with you. You cannot just occupy 2 slots lah. That I hope that makes sense. Huh?
No, not occupy 2 slots, as in like I interchange between the 2 slots.
I know that means the slot will be on Sunday, half of the time will be used by you, and then on Monday, half of the time will be used by you. Right? Does that make some sense? It's like then another student has to do that swap with you also. That means it's not as simple as what you imagine. There's some way to do that, but you cannot just anyhow do that. There are some ways to do it.
Oh.
Okay. Now, when I say the 8 to 10 p.m. slot, I meant something like this. I meant that I am asking another student to consider the Monday slot. That means you just forever change slot. Like you from Monday go to Sunday, the person go from Sunday to Monday, something like that.
Yeah.
So that it's not a very crowded. I don't want any crowded slots. Just make sure that every slot is quite nice, something like that.
Okay.
Okay, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah? So that's one way to do it. If you want to flip like that, you can flip with that student, for example, or instead of going to that slot, by the way, why do you want to do a flip? Sorry, I don't get that part. Why do you want to flip between Sunday and Monday?
So that like, I don't know why like I have like a choice on whether I want to do it on Sunday or do it on Monday.
You want to choose every time. I'm so sorry, I cannot give you that unless the other student want to flip. And you have to flip in synchronize, you have to flip together,
I think I can stay on Monday also can, but Sunday is better, but Monday I can stay on that.
Okay. Why don't we do it this way? Why don't we do that? My proposal. You try Sunday and then you try Monday, lo.
Okay.
Is trying gonna help you, decide which one is better?
I think that like once like I can be in the same class as like the other student who is on Sunday as well, right?
But that means the Sunday will be very crowded. That's also not necessarily a good thing, one.
Okay, then I think I'll just stay with Monday lah.
Unless the student want to go to Monday and you can stay on Sunday, that will be better for you.
Yeah.
Understand? So let me update you lah. I hope I can confirm that like before Sunday lah, obviously. Okay. So one more time, the 8 to 10 is good for you lah, because you don't want the 6 to 8, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me confirm that lah, right? Let's see what happened. Is it going to be Monday? Is it going to be Sunday? Is it going to be something else? Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good job, Aiden. I'm happy with the holiday tuition with you. I will see you very soon.